Yeah. All right, so sitting up nice and tall, let's go ahead and drop our right ear to our right shoulder. And then we'll put our right hand on the side of our head and just gently, gently bring that ear towards your shoulder. And just feel that stretch all in the side of your neck and the saline muscles. And just breathe normally here. Take one more complete breath and then release. Just notice how that feels. And then go ahead and drop the right ear to the right shoulder and bring your left hand up and just bring that left ear towards the left shoulder. And again, you're just noticing the sensation of the stretch on the side of your neck. Just notice any tension there. And take another breath and then release. Well, just do some neck twists. So take an inhale and with an exhale, turn your chin and look over your right shoulder. And you're just noticing the range of motion. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. Notice the stretch in the neck. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, looking over the right shoulder. Just notice if maybe you were able to twist just a little bit more. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. Inhale back to center. And now notice, just remember which side seemed a little bit stiffer or a little bit tighter. And go ahead and you're going to turn your head in that direction. And then take your hand and press it into your forehead and press your forehead into your hand. So you're working isometrically here. Breathing in and out through the nose. Take one more breath and then release. Inhaling back to the center and then exhaling, looking to the opposite side. Inhaling back to center and then exhaling the opposite side. And just do that a couple times and notice if you're able to turn your head just a little bit more. Good. And then come back to the center and place your fingertips on your shoulders and just have your arms coming straight out here. And just begin to raise the shoulders up and down, making circles with the elbows. Just become aware of the range of motion and sensation in the shoulders. Good. And then now go the opposite way. There you go. Release that. And then just go ahead and kind of move those shoulders around a little bit. And we're just going to practice some exercises for our hands for dexterity. So just sitting up nice and tall. Bring your arms out in front of you at shoulder height. And now you're going to open the fingertips really wide and then close them into tight fists. Open really wide and then tight fists. Hi, Christine. I saw that you signed in. Welcome to our class. Good. And just notice any sensation in the fingertips. So this is really good for the joints and creating flexibility in the hands. Good. Now we're gonna do another one. So leaving your arms stretched out in front of you, just make a loose fist with your hand. And now rotate the wrists together in a clockwise direction. I'll call this 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now opposite direction for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Now go ahead, bend your elbows and bend at your knuckles. So it's almost like you're clawing. And now you're going to open and close, open and close, open and close. Now open and slowly bend the fingers one at a time. So the thumb, the pointer finger, the middle finger, the ring finger, and the pinky finger. And now we're going to uncurl, starting with the pinky, the ring, the middle, the pointer, and the thumb. We'll try that again. Go ahead, close the thumb, bend it at the knuckle, bend the pointer finger at the knuckle, the middle finger at the knuckle, the ring finger, and the little finger. And now open up the little finger, the ring finger, middle finger, pointer finger, and the thumb. We'll do that one more time. Thumb, pointer, middle, ring, and pinky. And open the pinky, the ring, the middle finger, the pointer finger, and the thumb. Good. And now we're going to close the hands. So it's like you're pushing on a wall, and you're going to open up the fingertips and then close them. Open and close, open and close. Just notice the air between the fingers, feel the stretch between the fingers, and notice how it feels in the inner palm. It's even activating your forearms. So inhaling open, exhaling closing. Good. One more time, open and close. And now for the last one for our wrists, again, extend the arms in front of you, fingers up, relax the shoulder blades down, and press into the base of your palm like you're pressing into an imaginary wall. And then exhale, fingers down, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up. Continue to do that and focus on the sensation in the wrist. So try to keep the arm steady and still and just focus on the wrist. Good. Oh, we've got one more to do, sorry. Go. And then just shake that out. Now we're going to do a finger dexterity exercise. So this is the mudra. And remember, a mudra is a gesture. It can mean okay, it can be a peace sign, it can be a lot of different things. And so this is the mudra that is done with the Kirtan Kriya meditation. So you'll touch your thumb and the index, thumb in the middle, thumb and the ring finger, thumb and the pinky, and then reverse it, pinky, ring, middle finger, and pointer. And just try to get the tips of the fingers. You don't have to press hard, and just keep on doing this. I'm sorry, we're going to start over from the index finger. So when you get to the pinky, you start back at the index finger. So just notice how that feels, lightly pressing at the tips of the fingers. There we go. Good. And now we're just going to shake out the wrists. So just give you the wrists a gentle shake here. All right, good. All right, so let's see. Right, everybody is here. Christine, good. So we are going to we're going to stand, but if you want to sit, you can also do this next little set of exercise sitting as well. Okay, so I'm going to stand up. I'm going to come back here. So standing with my feet hip distance apart. So if you're sitting, just have your feet hip distance apart. And just begin to swing the arms. Just swinging the arms. Go at your own pace here. Just notice the range of motion in the shoulders. And now we're going to bring a slight bend in the elbows. So this is what it looks like on the side. And you're just becoming aware of sensation. Good. Now start to slow that down a little bit. And now we're going to cross our arms. So it's going to look like this. And we're going to alternate which arm is on top. So you can move at whatever speed is comfortable for you. And now you're noticing what it feels like in your upper back and the shoulders and the chest. And then go ahead and slow that down. And if you're going to stay seated, we're going to do a slight twist. So if you're going to stay seated, let me show everybody this first. Both feet will be on the floor. You'll take your left hand and put it on your right knee and bring your right hand behind you. You'll inhale, get tall, and then exhale, twist. And then every time you inhale, you'll extend through the crown of your head. And when you exhale, you'll twist a little more. And you'll do that 3 or 4 times. Inhale back to center and then do the other side. Everyone else is going to, that's standing, you're going to open up your feet a little wider than your hips. And we're going to do empty raincoat sleeves. And you're going to twist and you're going to come up on the ball of your foot. So whether seated or standing, you're doing a twist no matter what. If you're standing, this is activating your feet, the balls of the feet. And seated and standing, this is all twisting from the waist. And if you're standing, you can just let your hands swing and it can tap and hit the buttocks and the hip. Good. And then go ahead and slow down. So I'm going to show you another alternative for our hips. So if you're going to stay seated, this is just a hip rotation if you're going to stay seated. You'll cross one leg over the other and then hold on to your knee if your knee's okay. And then just start to make rotations, circular rotations, 10 times in one direction and then 10 times in the other direction. So by circling the knee, you're circling the hip. If you're standing, do you want to use a chair or a wall? You can do that. And the leg that's closest to the wall or the chair, you're going to put your weight on that. So your nose is going to be over the middle toe. And then you'll raise that knee and start to make rotations with the hip. Call that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then the opposite direction. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Shake those hips out. Change sides. And again, shift your weight over the leg that's closest to a chair or a wall. So your nose is over that middle toe to get your center of gravity. Inhale, lift that knee, and then begin to make rotations. I'll call this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then change directions for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. And go ahead and just shake those hips out a little bit. And we're going to come back to a seated position here. Or if you want to stay standing, you can stay standing too. We're going to bring our palms together, interlace the fingers. Press your palms away from you. So you're really opening up the palms. And then you can either stay here, or if your shoulders are okay, you can inhale the arms up, release into a cactus arm, and then bring the elbows next to you, tight next to the body. Hands are open nice and wide. And now we're going to inhale and we're going to look up. We're just going to create a little baby back bend here. And then next exhalation, bring the palms together, interlace the fingers, push it away, feel that stretch in between your fingers and the palms of the hands. Either stay here or inhale, come up, release, hands come into cactus and the elbows come in tight next to your body. And now on your next inhalation, you're just going to look up and do a baby back bend. So you're opening up the heart center. And then on next exhalation, palms come back together. We'll do this one more time. Interlace, push away, stay here. Inhale up, release down. Bring the elbows next to your body. Yep, Carrie, bring your elbows next to your body a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. And out like a W. See, my body is like a W. And then inhale and look up. So squeeze your shoulder blades together and make some back cleavage. Good. And then go ahead and release that. And then let's go ahead and come back to our seated position. And we'll get busy on some pranayama here. So sit up nice and tall. Both feet on the floor. Press into the earth. And eyes can be open or eyes can be closed, but just connect with your breath. Just noticing the coolness of the breath when you inhale and the warmth of the breath as you exhale. And now, without any judgments, just notice where the breath is in your body. Is it in the upper chest, the middle of your chest, or in the belly? Just notice. And then notice if the breath has any pauses or if it's a continuous cycle of inhale and exhale. And remember, we're just witnessing, we're not judging, we're just kind of taking a breath inventory here. Is there any sound to the breath, or is it silent? Are there any rough patches, any bumps, or is the breath smooth? You're just observing. And then lastly, notice the tempo of the breath. Notice the length of the inhale compared to the length of the exhale. And now just check in with the mind and the thoughts. Is the mind calm, or is it like leaves in the wind? Again, you're just checking in, you're not judging. All right, so those are the 5 qualities of the breath. So we are going to start our pranayama practice. And we're going to start by taking 3 ujjayi breaths, breathing from the base of the throat. So it's a slight constriction of the throat, almost like you're sipping the breath through a straw. So just take 3 even inhales and exhales here. Next, we're going to take 5 piercing the moon breaths, or Chandra Bedna breaths, where we always inhale through the left nostril and exhale through the right nostril. So think of Chandra Bedna as the moon, the feminine energy. I'm just a guide, so I'm going to lead you through this. So just trust your own breath. So just gently take your thumb and close your right nostril. Inhale through the left. And close the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. And now take 3 more ujjayi breaths, breathing from the base of the throat, like you're sipping the breath through a straw, a slight constriction of your throat. Feel the breath hitting the back of the throat. And now we'll take 5 piercing the sun breath, or Chandra Surya, Surya Vedana, piercing the sun breath. So this is solar energy. Um, and you always inhale through the right nostril and exhale through the left. Remember, I'm just your guide here. So we'll start by closing the left nostril, inhale right, exhale left, inhale right, exhale left, inhale left, right, exhale left, inhale right, exhale left, inhale right, and exhale left. And we'll conclude with 3 Ujjayi breaths, breathing from the base of the throat. And when you finish, just take a moment and just check in with the mind. Notice if it's a little different than when you started. There's space between the thoughts. And I'm going to go ahead and give everybody a few minutes to find their space for Yoga Nidra. Hi, Lola. I see you there. Glad you could make it. All right, so just wherever you want to practice Yoga Nidra, remember you can be seated in a chair, a recliner, on your yoga mat. You can be laying down in your bed. And we want to remember not to fall asleep. Have your intention, just remain aware. I suggest that you dim the lights or have a light piece of material to put over your eyes, because light's very stimulating to the nervous system. You also may get a little cold because the body temperature will drop. So maybe a sweatshirt, anything like that to keep you warm. And wherever you're at, just settle back and get comfortable. And allow the body to open to earth. Take your shoulder blades down your back. Your heels a little wider than your hips. Arms by your side, palms up. Preferably nothing touching your fingertips. And just be sure your head and your neck are as comfortable as possible. And if you have a feeling that you may fall asleep, you can go ahead and bend one elbow so your forearm is vertical, and it will, if you fall asleep, the movement of the arm will wake you up. Good. Okay. So now begins the practice of Yoga Nidra. Just be aware of the space that the body occupies. And be aware of the body resting in this space. And please set the intention to stay aware during this practice. Invite the mind and the body to sleep, and the part of you that endures will remain aware. And for the next 2 minutes, just guide yourself through slow, diaphragmatic belly breaths. As you inhale, the abdomen expands. And as you exhale, the navel moves towards the back body. And emphasize that the flow is continuous, no breaks in the current of the breath. Slow, smooth, diaphragmatic breaths. And as you shape the breath, you're shaping the mind to rest in equilibrium. Now, please return to involuntary breathing, no longer shaping the breath. Let the breath become effortless. Be aware of the unique qualities of inhalation and exhalation. Inhale, repair and healing, and exhaling, letting go. The intention that your breath finds the perfect rhythm at this moment. Inhale and exhale again, and become even, perfectly balanced. You now experience that you are not the breather. You are spacious awareness, aware of the breath. And to move even deeper, have the intention to remember that you are not the doer. You rest effortlessly, awareness and being, no doing. And now we're going to practice 31 points. So just allow my words to wash over you. Bring awareness to the midbrain, to the space between your eyebrows, and relax, sensing a concentration of presence, of healing or light. You relax, and the presence reveals itself. Throat center, same thing. Presence of healing or light. Right shoulder joint, point of light. Right elbow joint, healing presence. Center of the right wrist. Relax. Self-existence and healing light. Tip of the right thumb. Point of light. Tip of the right pointer finger. Point of light. Tip of the right middle finger. Relax into this space. Tip of the right index finger. Point of light. Tip of the right little finger. Point of light. Awareness returns to the center of the right wrist. Point of light. Right elbow joint. Be aware of the joint and completely relax. Right shoulder joint. Healing presence. Throat center. Point of light. Left shoulder joint. Relax. Left elbow joint. Self-existence and healing light. Center of the left wrist. Point of light. Tip of the left thumb. Point of light. Tip of the left pointer finger. Point of light. Tip of the left middle finger. Healing presence. Tip of the left ring finger. Healing light. Tip of the left pinky finger. Point of light. Awareness returns to the center of the left wrist. See, feel what unfolds as you relax. Left elbow joint. Point of light. Left shoulder joint. Awareness. Throat center. Point of light. Heart center. Deep beneath the breastbone. Point of light. Center of the left chest or breast. Point of light. Heart center. Center of the right chest or breast. Point of light. Heart center. Now see the body as space. See the body as if you were lying on a warm beach at night, lying on the sand, on your back and looking up at the night sky. The body is as vast as that night sky. Relax and see those points of light come to life as a constellation of stars from the midbrain to the tips of the fingers. Relax. In this body space, become aware of the heart center between the spine and the breastbone. See and feel a presence here. Now sense or feel the presence in the midbrain. Relax. The presence is there. Just remain effortless. Now see or feel a path that links the two. Be aware of the current between the midbrain and the heart center. The right side of your forehead and the heart feel a presence. Notice a line or a path that links the two. The right side of the body to the heart center. Silent current that links the two. Heart center to the right ankle. A path that links the two. Heart center to the left ankle. Relax. Heart center to the side body. Relax. Heart center to the left side of the cheek. Relax. Heart center to the left side of the forehead. Awareness of the connection, the subtle force. Heart center to the midbrain. Deep in the midbrain, connected to the heart. Be mindful of resting in the heart. Nothing to do. And each time you exhale, you let go of thoughts and desires. As if your nostrils were abiding in the breastbone, the breath moves in and out of the heart. A vital force is received at the heart each time you breathe in. And content like thought, belief and memory is expelled when you breathe out. Be alert to pause between your breaths as you continue to abide in the heart center. Resting in the heart center, complete effortlessness, link to the breath and let go. Please bring your awareness back to the body and take a moment to return to a sense of time and location. Presence of being at ease and fully aware, and at the same time conscious of the body. Sense yourself being conscious of your body in this time and space. Now we're going to walk backwards in time 30 minutes ago and see or reflect back on what you were doing, feeling, seeing, and see the unique circumstances from the seat of non-reactivity. Then go back 30 minutes earlier and do the same technique. What was I doing? What was I thinking? What was I feeling? And then once that's registered, go back 30 minutes earlier. And from that non-reactive space, witness what you were doing, what you were thinking, what you were feeling. Continue this way backward through your day. Do your best to remain completely undisturbed and non-reactive. And go back to the moment right before you woke up today. The mind sleeps, the body sleeps, awareness remains aware. Continue to walk back in 30-minute increments throughout your day and notice, what was I doing? What was I thinking? What was I feeling? And from that non-reactive point of the witness, notice. Continue to walk backwards to the moment right before you woke up this morning. Do your best to remain completely undisturbed and non-reactive. Wherever you are now, be aware of yourself sleeping right before waking up this morning. Be aware of yourself dreaming at some point during the night and recall the dreams you were experiencing, but now from the vantage of the witness, non-reactivity. Return to the deep hours of sleep and recall yourself sleeping. Please begin to deepen your breath. Begin to awaken. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles in one direction and then the next. Move your head from side to side. And if you're lying down, gently roll to one side and pause a moment before sitting up. We can bring our palms of our hands together, rub them, and create some heat. And then go ahead and place the palms over your eyes. And then gently on your next inhalation, open your eyes and move back into the world. The practice of Yoga Nidra is complete.
Thanks, Don.
Thank you.
Thank you so